two hard-hitting blue-collar franchises, one of the better rivalries going. The Ravens and Steelers are underway.
And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. First carry for Najee Harris.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Oh, that's a very good run there by Najee Harris, who can take it inside. He can get to the perimeter. He can do it all with his build and his speed. This is a guy coming out of Alabama who did everything for the Crimson Tide. That's why Pittsburgh took him in the first round. Last in the league in rushing as a team last year were the Steelers. They're expecting Harris to kickstart their running game.
Meanwhile, Ben's throw there, hauled in by Claypool. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So, Charles, defensively here, you're going up against a veteran quarterback. He's got a lot of know-how, a ton of savvy, but a guy who's not the most mobile of quarterbacks. What's the plan of attack?
You spend all week pumping up your defensive front. Your defensive tackles, your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys who go after the quarterback the most, because you know that he's not going to run and beat you consistently throughout the game. You can rush more aggressively off the edge and even up the middle, because even if he evades you, he's not going to go very far. You have a lot more confidence going after him in the pocket.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. So that one will be accepted. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. First down and more for Jackson.
And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down, and he gives himself up there at the end.
Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. Jackson now. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now an option play on 2nd down.
He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the first down. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
They'll roll him out right. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Devin Bush just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, And how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space, the big guys leading the way.
A loss of 2 there, second down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle, but collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on 1st and goal.
On 2nd and goal, Jackson, open man, Watkins, touchdown, Baltimore. A 3-yard touchdown pass, and the Ravens have taken the early lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand this one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. First down, and they go back to Harris. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
The first carry now for Benny Snell. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. They hand this off to Harris.
41 yards on the ground for him so far.
Someone's looking fresh, and his O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris.
And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short.
The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8. And Boswell's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So the 3 points there, CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25.
Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they'll begin by running the option.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Now Jackson on first down. Man open left side is Brown. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. Jackson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Brown. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
On the option right is Jackson.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. From the 36, Jackson.
This to the sideline and nearly intercepted. Oh, he had that in his grasp. Couldn't get it. Instead, it'll bring up third down.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be second and a couple.
A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal.
Murray. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Latavius Murray taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Ravens will add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. That time a 9-play drive, and it culminates with a Latavius Murray touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Najee Harris and the Steeler offense set to go to work once again.
He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. They go play action with Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down.
Justin Madubuike.
What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good head down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards.
And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Tyus Bowser, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Another try after the first down sack. Roethlisberger. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth.
That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down.
And the Steelers on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be third and forever.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger.
Short little throw to Ebron.
Just the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
That's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away.
And bulldozing his way through. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Defense.
So they'll get the yardage on the run and get 15 more for good measure.
Yeah, that wasn't too difficult to spot. You heard the sideline erupting, and the flags came out almost immediately.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, here's Freeman. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
We remind you in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far.
Forced out to his left. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second, then Lamar Jackson is gone. You've got to take those blockers and move them so that you have clear vision of Lamar Jackson, and hopefully you can hem him in.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Open man Watkins, touchdown Baltimore. Sammy Watkins with his second touchdown here in this first half as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have it.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at about the 31. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure.
After the interception, here's Jackson dancing to his left. He's to the 10. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's Jackson. Open man Watkins, touchdown Baltimore. Sammy Watkins on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Ravens continue to pull away here in this first half. Tucker with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The Steelers taking over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Washington's got it. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Harris. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. He gets it complete to Harris. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Ben to throw again. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Harris has it over the middle. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one is maybe not exactly in the bag yet, but there is definitely a big mountain to climb in this third quarter. The teams are already back out there, so let's not waste any time as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Gaudin.
The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half.
On the return, Devin Duvernay. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue.
There he goes, left side. The 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 73 yards.
And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And taken right on the 30. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and that will come the offense as they take over. Now we see Sammy Watkins getting ready to go again on offense. So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
Play action. It's Jackson. Rolling to his right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Watch your slant, watch your slant, watch your slant. 13.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Jackson to Watkins there for a Baltimore first. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
They go play action with Jackson. Being chased out left. And 33.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens add on. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Pittsburgh offense making their way back out.
And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Roethlisberger. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside. Probably starting to get a little
The throw for Claypool is intercepted.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
No, we changed it.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Brown. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Jackson, option right. And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Now they'll run. Murray. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Bringing up 2nd down.
I just wonder if before that last play, if someone on the defense stepped in the huddle and said, we've been run over, run around, run through all game long. Can we come up with one stop right here? And on that play, they did.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now it's Jackson. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Ravens get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. Roethlisberger.
Quick completion here to Johnson. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Roethlisberger. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available. An incompletion as a result.
Again, it's Roethlisberger. Short little throw to Ebron. And the ball is knocked out.
You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And they get to him with the pressure as Roethlisberger goes down.
I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we're usually talking about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
Now Ben on 3rd and long.
That swung out wide to Harris.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Boswell's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. In the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession.
Well, this ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But, yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is. I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to have to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams, they've put it all together. And I got to tell you, I am beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. The running game continues to be a big part of their success here early in the 4th quarter.
And with those types of runs, that tells you that they feel very confident in their running game. They feel very strong at this stage of the contest, and they want to keep doing exactly what we saw there, running the ball down their throat.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They go with Murray again. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
10th carry of the game now, Murray. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Throwing is Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. They're going for it with the option right. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. They'll try to run it in with Murray. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and goal, here's the option. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
3rd and goal, Jackson. It's complete to Brown, right side. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens continue to pour it on. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. That went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and 10. Johnson was the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down. Now it's Roethlisberger. And they get to him with the pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this is taken at the 23. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. The offense for the Ravens returns to the field. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
51 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. And they will take a knee here. And they'll indeed take a knee. So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win.